Seven Pines keeps landing in the Jacksonville conversation because several important pieces show up in one place. Got location, newer homes, planned amenities, and more commercial convenience nearby. The interest goes beyond the usual new neighborhood buzz. A community where the location may actually help instead of making every drive feel like a punishment. Seven Pines covers more than 1,000 acres in a part of Jacksonville where the surrounding area gives it the real advantage. There is also more commercial space planned nearby, which could make the area more useful once that opens. The hype is not coming from one feature, it's coming from the full package. The question is whether Seven Pines deserves the top place to live label once you get past the marketing photos and start looking at the actual details. Because before anyone gets too excited, there is one reason Seven Pines keeps climbing the list, and it has very little to do with the model homes. The strongest argument for Seven Pines starts with the map. The village at Seven Pines is the project tied to Publix, and it changes the map conversation. I'll get into the bigger retail details later, because that part deserves its own section. A home can look great, then the errands end up eating your entire day. That part gets old fast. Seven Pines has a chance to avoid some of that because the surrounding area is being built with more than just the houses in mind. The home may get your attention first, but the map usually decides whether the area keeps making sense after the new home excitement wears off. If Seven Pines is on your radar, you are probably comparing it to places like SilverLeaf, eTown, Everrange, maybe even Nocatee, and trying to figure out which one still makes sense after the polished community page stops doing all the talking. My name is Andrew Michael, and I'm a local realtor here in the Jacksonville area. And my real estate team, the Coastal Haven Group, and I help people with real estate decisions in this market every single day, especially when they are trying to compare communities that all look great online, but feel very different once you start looking at commute, cost, timing, schools, amenities, and what is actually around them. So if you are looking at Seven Pines and trying to figure out whether it makes more sense than some of the other communities in the Jacksonville Metro, we can help you sort through that. You may still be early, just researching, or only trying to understand which areas are worth your time, and that is completely fine. If you have questions or want to talk through what makes the most sense for your situation, you can call us, text us, or email us using the contact information down in the description. The first thing that usually gets the attention here is the community setup. And for once, the bigger numbers, well, they actually matter. Central Park is planned at 34 acres inside of Seven Pines, and that gives the community a real anchor instead of a tiny patch of grass with one bench and a name that sounds more impressive than the actual park situation really is. Then you have the Residence Club, which Seven Pines Materials lists at around 7,900 square feet. It includes a resort-style pool, lap lane pool, children's water features, event space, and nearly 3,000 square feet of fitness space. The trail system, lakes, and kayak and canoe launch access also add depth to the community. These are the features that can make the neighborhood feel more complete once the pieces are all actually open and the residents can use them. That last part matters. Some amenities may be open, some may be under construction, and some may still be on the future timeline. Before you fall in love with a rendering, check the current status. Are you considering Seven Pines, or do you have any questions? I want you to drop a comment in the section below. I'll read it, and I'm always curious to hear what people are really thinking and what their questions are. A lot of Jacksonville decisions come down to one boring question that should be asked early on. How is this going to feel once all the excitement wears off and you move into the house? Seven Pines sits in a strong pocket of town. I-295 gives you the loop around the city. JTB handles the east-west movement, and I-95 matters when you're heading north, south, or towards the airport side of town. That gives Seven Pines more flexibility than areas where every drive funnels through the same couple of traffic lights, while your patience slowly leaves your body. The last part is important. Test drive from the part of the neighborhood you are considering. The entrance, the traffic light, the time of day. JTB traffic can change the feel real quickly. Jacksonville traffic, it has some range. The commute is one piece, but the price sheet is another. The home options in Seven Pines get specific quickly. Square footage, lot width, garage layout, driveway depth, design choices, and home site premiums can change the entire conversation. Real estate loves details, mostly because details are where the money hides. The two builder names here are David Weekley Homes and ICI Homes. David Weekley currently shows multiple product lines in Seven Pines. Those include 24-foot rear entry townhomes, 40-foot front entry homes, 50-foot front entry homes, 50-foot rear entry homes, and 70-foot rear entry homes. Their Seven Pines page currently shows floor plan size starting at around 1,986 square feet, going all the way up to over 4,700 square feet, depending on the product line you choose. ICI gives you another set of options. Their Seven Pines plans include examples like the Nassau at a little over 1,600 square feet, the Duval at a little over 2,600 square feet, and the Cypress that's over 3,300 square feet. Lot series and garage setups vary by plan. The big thing I would watch is how the home actually lives after you get past the floor plan name. The retail piece beside the neighborhood is where the long-term story gets more interesting. Regency Centers is developing the Village at Seven Pines with Publix listed as the anchor. Regency currently lists the center at almost 240,000 square feet, which is the figure you may also hear rounded to roughly 250,000 square feet. West Elm is also named as a key retailer. That gives this project more weight than a small strip center with one rotating restaurant and lots of empty parking. The food side is getting stronger too. Recent reporting names Ember and Iron, Hawker's Asian Street Food, Lenora's, Chipotle Mexican Grill, and one of my personal favorites, 1928 Cuban Bistro, are expected restaurant additions with openings expected in 2027. That gives the area sit-down dinner, quick food, Cuban, Italian, Asian street food, and let's face it, everybody loves Mexican food. Excitement is easy in a place like Seven Pines. The hard part is making sure the math still works after the tour is over and your calculator comes out. Start with timing. Confirm what is already open, what is being built, and what still depends on future phases. A rendering has never had to deal with construction traffic, so check the current phase and what is happening around the home that you and your family are considering. One practical detail worth knowing is Baptist Health Place at Seven Pines is now open on Stillwood Pines Boulevard. Baptist lists services like primary care, cardiology, orthopedics, rehab, lab work, and health screenings. Having that kind of medical access nearby adds real convenience without turning every appointment into a half-day event. There is plenty to like here. Just make sure the numbers hold up, the timing makes sense, and the part of the neighborhood you are choosing, well, it fits your situation. This is where the top place to live claim, it has to earn that title for you and your family. SilverLeaf brings scale. Its official site puts it at around 11,000 acres with 50 plus miles of sidewalk and cart paths in St. Johns County. That is a massive footprint. The section matters a lot there because saying SilverLeaf doesn't narrow things down as much as some folks think. eTown, though, plays a tighter Jacksonville game along the 9B corridor. The appeal comes from newer construction with strong south side access and less distance to the core Jacksonville side. RiverTown leans into the water. Their materials highlight 3 resort-style pools, access to the St. Johns River, kayaking, trails, fitness, pickleball, and the River Club for anyone focused on the river. RiverTown has a clear lane. Nocatee carries established name recognition, parks, trails, events, water features, and more community pieces give it a mature advantage. Seven Pines fits a completely different lane. It gives you a newer Jacksonville option with strong road positioning, newer homes, a larger planned layout, and the village still coming together right beside it. That is where Seven Pines can compete hard. It might work best for someone who values central Jacksonville access, newer construction, major community features, and a future everyday convenience in the same general area. So the better question is not which community has the loudest fan club, The better question is which trade-offs you can actually live with once commute, cost, amenities, timing, and the surrounding area all get put on the table. A site plan can look perfect from above. The real question is, what does it feel like when you are actually driving the streets? Inside Seven Pines, the layout is built around connected residential sections, water features, and park spaces, trails, and gathering areas. The goal is clear: make the area feel organized as it grows. When you visit, do not stop at the model home. Drive from the home site to the entrance you would actually use, to the future village area, the parks, the roads you would use most often. That tells you what a site plan never will. The part I would watch is how the pieces are actually going to connect. A community can feel clean from above, then feel completely different once you are driving through it or walking the area. Some sections may already feel more settled. Others may still have crews, equipment, or unfinished roads nearby. That can be fine in a growing community as long as you know what phase you're stepping into. School information online can sound very confident, even when it's wrong. I would verify it before I relied on it. For Seven Pines, go straight to the Duval County Public Schools. Their official school locator website asks for the street number, the street name, and the zip code to confirm the actual zoned school. Use the actual property address tied to the home you and your family are considering. That is where the district tool needs. DCPS also had 2026 boundary change discussions involving select Southside and Arlington elementary schools. So after that, check the school website, transportation details, enrollment information, and any programs that matter to you and your household. I am here to point you to the official source so you can verify it directly with them. Seven Pines has one of the stronger arguments in Jacksonville right now. The location works, the plan has substance, and the home options are meaningful. The village could make the area even more useful as it opens for the right situation. That combination gives Seven Pines a serious argument for the top spot. My team and I work all over the Jacksonville metro area, helping clients narrow down areas, sort through the details, and avoid choosing the wrong fit. If Seven Pines is on your radar, if you are comparing it with SilverLeaf, eTown, RiverTown, Nocatee, or any other part of the Jacksonville metro, you can call us, text us, or email us using the contact information down in the description. You do not need to have everything figured out before reaching out. If you are sorting through areas, narrowing down options, or watching videos at midnight with 15 tabs open, that is completely fine. We help with that part too. If you are still researching, watch the Living in Jacksonville playlist next. I am putting another community video on the screen right now so you can keep comparing. My name is Andrew Michael. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to meeting you in person.